this edition of Day of the Devs has so many world premieres in it, more than we've ever had before, I think. I think it demands an entirely new term.
I've tried to be quick, wasn't fast enough.
Non-profit where it finds and presents the best in new games for you, and also a chance to meet the developers who made them. So, while I'm working on this problem, you just sit away, Day of the Devs.
Oh, okay.
Programmer. Lots of no? Okay.
There's nothing I dread more than having to make a top 10 list of video games, but if I did, I'd definitely put Nidhogg on that list. So I'm very excited to show you a world premiere of what Messhoff's been working on.
Checking everything's fine again.
Mark Essen. I'm the creative director and co-founder of Messhoff. You might know us for our 2014 hit Nidhogg, which is a fencing tug-of-war game with flying worms that eat you at the end.
What is that game?
More recently, we came out with Wheel World, an open-world bicycle racing game about saving the world. I love making games. I've been making games since I was probably 15 years old. It's something I do for fun in addition to my job. So at night, you might find me just sketching out ideas for little games and sending them around to friends, which is how Blood Dungeon was created. Blood Dungeon is a platforming game where you're not just standing on platforms, you're crawling on the sides of platforms, you're hanging from the ceilings.
It is a tradition, so I wasn't a fan for everything.
Climbing ladders. It's not a Metroidvania, you're not like learning these skills over time, so you can think of it like Vampire Survivors crossed with Spelunky. I really missed like animation and just being able to hand animate pixels, and so it was fun to just churn them out, make lots and lots of silly little characters and enemies and stuff. And I think the game turned out really fun. There's a handful of arenas to explore. You'll unlock over 100 weapons. It's like these other Survivor games you've probably played where you're kiting the enemies and they're sort of following you in a big mass. But in this game, you're in a maze as well, a maze with gravity. It's really a game about routing. You get to know the levels, you get to know which weapons work with which other weapons, and maybe you find a character that you really connect with based on the art or just the way they move. So I'm excited to share it more widely when it comes out later this year.
The coolest thing about video games is that anything is possible. However, it is likely impossible that you could guess what this next game is.
Oh god. Oh.
Hello, I'm Andres Bordi, and I'm Mason Smith, also known as Airdwarf, and we are very excited to show you tiimeeee, our game, which is a retro survival horror with live action cutscenes.
Oh god.
That's right, these insane madmen actually put in a live-action horror movie made by a professional production company and an award-winning special effects team right here in their Fixel horror game. So the story of tiimeeee follows Julia, an Argentine girl who's having nightmares every night about her ex-boyfriend Ivan being killed by horrible monsters, and she finds out that the nightmare is real and now she's trapped inside it.
Like Silent Hill.
tiimeeee has classic survival horror gameplay that you would remember from games like Resident Evil, but it has this super retro, chunky pixel aesthetic, and in order to survive, Julia has to solve puzzles and collect items and also manage her consumables if she's going to make it through. So once I was playing
Something's gonna appear in the
streaming, and I said I would like to do something like this. Yeah, and in 2023, Dave Autry came to me with the trailer for tiimeeee, and he said, "Hey, I want you to check this out and let me know if you think this would be a good title for us to publish."
Well, I had known Andres and Tobias and the guys at Cybot Studios down in Argentina for quite a long time, and I knew how much faith inspired tiimeeee. So I said, guys, there's really only one way we're making this game, and that's if Airdorf signs on as executive producer.
Andres was the director of one of my favorite horror short films, Alexia, and so I was really excited. I immediately said yes. I didn't put it together at the time, but I think it was just this weird, evil twist of fate that we get to work together now.
Oh.
It's something that hasn't been done in a really long time, specifically combining this retro-style gameplay with live-action scenes that look this good. And besides filming on sets, they also filmed on location in several places in Buenos Aires. These cutscenes bring a lot of talent from the film industry in Argentina and also television and also the theater industry. And also the monsters that you see in pixel form during regular gameplay make an appearance in live action, and they were achieved using practical and digital makeup and monster VFX by an awards-winning special effects team, and absolutely no generative AI.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
The game and the cinematics get really crazy and psychotic towards the end, and I can't wait for y'all to play it. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to show you tiimeeee. Please look for tiimeeee later this year on October the 16th on PC and consoles. tiimeeee, Retro Nightmares, Real Life Horrors, October 16th, 2026.
Get ready to get your groove on with our next title, Mr. Records. Two of the game's designers, who you'll meet in a moment, are also its composers. That is so cool. French developer Glitchies has put together a combination of mechanics and music that'll leave you nodding your head and tapping your feet. Enjoy this world.
Universio Revelio is what people call that now.
Okay.
Enjoy this world premiere of Mr. Records.
Hi, I'm Charles. And I'm Valentin. We are the composers and game designers behind Glitchy Studio, creators of Headbangers Rhythm Royale and Musical Story. Our small studio
Funny how I recognize the based on the fucking bird game.
Games, and today we'd like to introduce our new project, Mr. Records.
What?
This is George. He has an extraordinary gift. He can travel through music. As soon as he hears the first notes of a record, he's transported into vivid worlds where he interacts rhythmically with the environment and unfolding events. A wide range of musical gameplay experiences shape these journeys, letting you feel the music in a truly unique way.
Come on.
When he's not exploring these musical worlds, George runs his record store. Every journey completed becomes a vinyl, available for sale in the shop. Your goal is to understand each customer's needs and match them with the right record. Everyone has their own way of expressing what they're looking for, along with a distinct personality. Their stories intertwine with George's, creating a narrative that is intimate, humorous, and heartfelt.
What?
Selling records allows you to acquire new ones to play, forming a fresh and surprising gameplay loop.
As composers, this record shop setting is really inspiring as it gives us the freedom to explore a wide range of musical styles.
So this is George's life, told track by track. Over 45 songs, each tied to a moment, a memory, or a feeling. We had so much fun creating and recording all those songs, and we'd like to give you a quick preview of the result.
I'm sitting in my armchair and I don't know what to do or what to say.
Sausage.
I knew it was for life. This day became take all the bad days of our weather, then flip it around and make it all better. Just keep it strong and never say never. We got one life, make this your treasure. Step into my shine.
We're a small team of 4, and we've poured a lot of heart into this game. There's still so much more to share about Mr. Records, so stay tuned for more updates coming soon. Bye!
In the spirit of camaraderie with fellow Canadians, Day of the Devs alums, and makers of Spiritfarer, here is Thunder Lotus with some exciting news.
Hello, my name is Jem, and I'm a game designer.
I'm Stefania, I'm an art director. We're from Thunder Lotus in Montreal, Quebec, and you might know us from our game, Spiritfarer.
For the past 7 years,
heard the game
we've been
before.
working on something quite different. Our latest game, 33 Immortals. How many games have you played where you really wanted to play with random strangers?
How many times have you felt the primal thrill of defeating massive enemies in epic raids without the stress, the grind, or wondering if you're good enough? Welcome to 33 Immortals, our co-op action roguelike for 33 players. No waiting around, you jump straight into the action through instant matchmaking, you tear through hordes of enemies sent by God to punish you, and rebel against the wrath of God together. You can play solo if you want, or with 1, 2, or 3 friends, because in 33 Immortals, everything is about cooperation.
We spent a lot of time designing the game so that you want to play with others, even if you don't know them. There is no voice chat in this game. Use in-game emotes to communicate with your fellow rebels. Combine your strength, whether you're a tank, specialist, ranged, or melee player, and push forward no matter what. You will die, and that's okay. Because with every run, you grow stronger. You'll have to. What you're up against is nothing less than the wrath of God.
Oh,
And the best part? You never face it alone. You face it together. 33 Immortals releases this summer.
So come join the rebellion.
You know, sometimes in life, there are things that just make you want to give up and go fishing. An apocalypse that ravaged the Earth and left us in a world filled with Lovecraftian nightmares and mutants might just be one of those things. So pop on your waders, folks, and grab your lures. From Dream Dock, this is Dreadmore.
Hi, I'm Rostislav Fedorov, CEO of Dream Dog Studio, and today I'll be talking to you about Dreadmore. Dreadmore is a first-person fishing adventure game set in a world where long ago a catastrophe took place, changing the land, water, creatures, and the people who survived. Now it is a dark, dangerous place that is flooded and rotting. As the player, you travel on a fishing boat that is your lifeline in this world, but that also means it is your responsibility to keep it fueled up and repaired. You can go on the land, walk from place to place, and meet the people living in this world. Those people can be quite strange, but you'll find that as you talk to them, you'll pick up quests and learn a lot about the place that they live.
Creepy, but it's not a
The
horror.
part of the game, fishing. We made sure that fishing is not just a simple minigame. You start by checking the water, casting your line, and then you wait. What happens next depends on what bites. Every type of creature needs a unique way to catch them. The right rod, bait, timing, and some need a completely different approach. And if you want to catch the rarest of creatures, you'll need to be at the right place in the right time. Anything you catch can't be sold to traders, broken down to use for crafting. You can also scavenge and salvage materials that you find. Use for crafting.
Better version of the... This is better version of the game than what was in the game first.
Debris. One man's junk is another man's treasure. If you won't go too deeper into the game, you have to craft bait, harpoons, medicine and gear. Very often you'll need to make what you need from what you can gather by yourself. There are many things we haven't shown yet, and I'm sure that you'll be surprised by what the game has in store, so make sure that you wishlist the game and join our Discord to stay updated and get more information about our game. Thanks for tuning in and welcome one and all to the world of Dreadmore.
Oh.
We've got some news from a game we've been following for quite some time. It's from a Canadian studio that knows their retro.
Welcome to the end, hero. When would you like to begin?
Hi everyone, I'm Nick.
And I'm Robbie. We're the co-founders of Real Games.
Back in high school, the two of us made a promise to each other that we would one day make a love letter to the JRPGs grew up on. Games like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, Xenogears, the sorts of games that we played right after school, huddled next to a CRT, and the kind of games that decided what we wanted to do growing up.
That was over 20 years ago. A few years back, we walked away from our jobs to actually go and do it. The game is called Threads of Time, a turn-based, time-traveling RPG. Some of what you're about to see here today hasn't been shown anywhere else yet, including a first look at our time ship, the Needle.
You captain the Needle, and you fly between the eras and gather party members from across history, all in a quest to restore the order of the fallen Time Knights. You can go to the future, you can go to prehistory and see the dinosaurs, and if you'd like, you can even prevent them from extinction and see them evolve through time.
Combat is turn-based, the kind that we grew up on. Each character manipulates time in their own way with the goal of interrupting enemies' attacks. How you bend time is key, as are combos between party members. Time is the through line for our whole game, and you'll definitely feel it in combat.
The team that we've put together still does not feel real to us. We've been able to find all of these JRPG fans from across the industry, from AAA veterans to indie darlings who've worked on games like Shovel Knight and Deltarune and more. We're also super fortunate to work with legends from Japan, whose work on Final Fantasy, Xenoblade, and more is part of why we're here today. We can't wait to share more about these legends that we're collaborating with soon.
Threads of Time represents our lifelong goal to create cherished game experiences, just the way like others did for us back in the 90s and beyond. That's our mission that we set out at Real Games, to craft retro-infused RPGs that awaken cherished childhood memories.
So that's a bit about us and Threads of Time. It means a lot to show a glimpse of what our team has been up to, and we cannot wait to share more.
Thanks so much for having us at Day of the Devs.
Bye everyone.
Looks cute. Absolutely. Looks quite fucking...
It's not often you get to world premiere a game that's been in development for 22 years, but here we are.
RPGs are gonna something like I have to jump into them before I can tell whether I enjoy them.
And I'm excited to show you the next evolution.
A turn-based RPGs. Jeez. That was a lot.
Oh, hi there.
Hi, I'm Mare.
I'm Reagan.
And we're MetaNet Software. You might have heard of our games N, N+, and N++.
Today we're delighted to announce that we're back on our bullshit with a little something we like to call N plus infinity times 2.
all-new online multiplayer-focused iteration of the world's best platformer. And we're so excited to tell you all about it here at Day of the Devs.
For those of you who aren't familiar with our games, they're a bit different from other 2D platformers thanks to their unique momentum-based movement mechanics that give them their own distinct flavor.
We call it parkour platforming. So you play as a ninja, gracefully and effortlessly flowing through the levels.
It's all about pure distilled gameplay and game feel that you can't get anywhere else.
Unlike the previous games in this series, N+ Infinity x2 is not so much about the hardcore single-player experience. Although there will of course be a solo campaign for you to hone your ninja skills. Instead, this one is about platforming with your friends. And if you don't have any friends, no worries. There's matchmaking.
We've taken our unique brand of acrobatic virtual athletic 2D action gameplay and used that as a foundation to build 5 fresh, local and online multiplayer game modes. Some game modes are tried and true staples, some are new to the series, and some are new to the world. Mingle player, co-opetitive. With this game, we're really Ouroboros-ing the lexicon.
You'll be running around with your friends, luring enemies into your opponents, making the ultimate sacrifice for your teammates, and hunting each other with rockets.
That's my favorite part.
Hey.
There are only 3 buttons, so it's an easy game to get into, and anybody can pick it up and play it casually at a party. But there's no skill stealing, so it also supports legit competitive play.
That is something.
It's couch-ready, tournament-worthy.
We've been making this series for a disturbingly long
This is
time,
very high school.
and we're very excited to put our 2 decades plus of game design experience into your hands. This is going to be launching sometime next year on all the platforms.
If you want to get a taste for yourself, please head over to our Discord and sign up for playtesting. We can't wait to play with you and see what you think. And most importantly, please wishlist N+ Infinity x2 on Steam so that the algorithm doesn't hate us.
Thanks so much, Day of the Devs, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks. Bye.
Sometimes a game transports you through the looking glass into a world that you can't help but be fascinated by. Our next title, Into the Unwell, does just that.
Oh,
Swedish
I have this one.
developers She Was Such a Good Horse have created an action roguelite with a wild, unique world that you can explore solo or with friends. So settle in and get ready to hear the story of One Strange Cat.
Oh, hello there. My name is Morten. I'm working on a small Swedish indie studio called She Was Such a Good Horse. We're working on a game called Into the Unwell. It's a rubber hose roguelite game.
The game? Why did nobody tell me?
Hey, dude, you made it! Come and sit down. I was just about to tell a little story. Have you ever heard about this very unlucky cat? No? All right. So he was just walking around town, and I always wondered, how did he end up in this?
Oh, I wanna try. When it actually like close. Oh yeah. That's right.
One day he met some cute and odd-looking friends. They tried to work it up, and there was no cooperation. And after everything and all the lessons learned, suddenly he was face to face with the absurd. This is it. He's gonna show the world. But nah, he failed. Anyways, the moral of the story is.
Ball. Oh,
It's always a pleasure to debut games and Day of the Devs that intertwine the personal stories of their creators. This world premiere
Why debut?
is intimately special and worth paying attention to.
Okay, just gonna watch some highlights real quick and check some emails. Where were we? What the hell were we doing? Come on, focus, focus, focus.
I'm Case, and this is Bub, a narrative adventure game about making art, healing, in New York City.
Hey everyone, I'm Todd Anderson. I'm a software artist, poet, and educator based in New York City, and I did gameplay design and code for Bub.
Since I was a little kid, I've always liked drawing, whether that was with pencils or markers or scissors or collage, whatever I could.
Oh, it's done like this.
And I wanted to create a gameplay structure
That's
that showed off all
insane.
the styles in different worlds. The main story takes place in New York City, but
I
Bub
was-
is an artist, and he's constantly bringing the player into his memories and into his art. And so you might dive from a pen and ink style New York City directly into a childhood school hallway and into a show choir performance where he's nervous if he'll be able to dance correctly.
It's that approach that gives the game a very textural feeling, and those textures mimic the emotional underpinning of each scene. 3 years ago, Todd and I were making really good progress on the game. We lived in the same neighborhood in Brooklyn, and in the afternoons we could walk to each other's houses and work on Bub. But something unexpected happened, and I got really sick and was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And during that time, I lost a lot of my vision, my dexterity in my hands, and it was basically impossible for me to make art. So Todd and I focused on our friendship, and I focused on healing. And little by little over time, the old connections that had always existed in my brain, the ones that told me how to make things and how to use my hands, they started to come back. I had a choice. I could keep looking down into the bottomless pit of despair, or I could focus on how many good things had happened to me in my life, how many good people I'd met. I decided to go there and focus on gratitude, and that's become a central theme of the game.
But it's ultimately a hopeful story and about drawing connections between your own hardships and difficulties and using that to connect with other people and appreciate what you have and share it with others. Bub is also a game about New York City. It's a place that both Case and I have lived and made work for over 10 years, and we wanted to capture some of that energy of being a young person, figuring out what you care about and how to say it, alongside a bunch of other people that are just trying to do the same.
We've been lucky to collaborate with our talented friends. Adam Schatz has laid down an amazing blanket of music and sound throughout the entire game. Asher Kurtz has written beautiful additional guitar music for the project as well. Whitmer Thomas,
Proper music for that,
fresh off of his
that
supporting role in the film Weapons, is the voice of Bub.
Life used to feel like a coming of age that was never gonna end.
Like,
Then it all changes.
so I used when a child.
And our friends at some point
And I don't mean like
built
twice, I
a
mean
rich layer
feel.
of effects that's really bringing the game to life. We're so excited to share this game with you in 2027, and please follow along with us at our Steam page, and thanks so much.
I first met Mike Boxleiter in Iowa over a decade ago when he was making incredible mobile games. He went on to create Secret Hitler, which is a huge success in the board game community. Now he's back with a few friends to make a new video game, and they're here to show you a world premiere of what they've been working on.
Oh, I actually played Secret Hitler.
Hi, I'm Mike Boxleiter, creator of Lazy River.
Woo! Yeah, see, it's working.
What? Oh.
Lazy River is a co-op first-person shooter set at the galaxy's most unregulated water park, Water Station 1. The water park is connected by an infinite lazy river that runs the length of the park. Since the water park is on a space station, they can only use special space water. Because of the special properties of space water, you should not pee in the pool. If you do pee in the pool, the pee will go back up into you and turn you and everyone else in the water into zombies.
Oh, cool.
You and three friends are at the park for a fun vacation, but one guy peed in the pool, and now everyone else in the park is a zombie that wants to kill you.
Oh, god damn it.
You'll need to build a raft and ride the lazy river to the other end of the park to escape. The first objective in the game is building your raft. It's your floating base, your greatest resource, and the strongest weapon in the game. Start building by gathering inner tubes and lashing them together. You'll have to leave your raft to scavenge for materials from around the park, however. The whole place is infested with zombies, but lucky for you, once the zombification process is finished, the zombies are vulnerable to water. Fight them with pool noodles, water guns, and water balloons, and make your way back to the raft with your loot.
Funny concept.
On your raft, you're safe from the zombies. Unless you get some hop-ons. You're gonna get hop-ons. If you get hurt, cook up some hot dogs on the grill to regain your strength. Use scavenged materials to craft armor, turrets, and engines for your raft.
Very serious.
Make sure to
Funny
build
to see.
something balanced and don't make it too heavy.
That's a silly
A raft that can't drive straight
take
is a
on
silly
that.
duck. Build smart and create your own custom floating fortress.
Well, just
You'll need to choose your path along the river carefully. The robot security forces will set up blockades and strong defenses. Get too close, and they'll shoot out your inner tubes and damage your raft. And make sure not to set up the park alarm system. Setting out the alarm will start the park's self-clean cycle, which will obliterate all organic life in the area.
Oh.
That would really ruin your summer vacation.
Oh.
I've been making this game with 4 other amazingly talented devs from across the country. We're excited to announce Lazy River.
Way to survive that, or is that just
next
kill
year,
switch?
summer 2027. Please wishlist us now on Steam. Thanks so much.
Alright, we'll have these on earrings before we die. Our next title is as complex and thought-provoking as you'd expect from developers Sunset Visitor. The Vancouver-based studio created Peabody-winning 1000 Times Resist, and their next game is looking just as intriguing, innovative, and slightly unnerving, in the best way. I'm so excited to present Prove You're Human.
I have dreamt so long of my body that I know everything about it.
Oh.
I've dreamt it into existence. They say you think you're human.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, welcome. My name is Pinky. I also go by
How many
Natalie,
takes did
and
it take?
I am narrative designer at Sunset Visitor Studios. In our upcoming game, an AI dares to dream that she's human, and it is your job to put her in her place. Prove You're Human is a sci-fi narrative adventure where you play as Santana. You've split your consciousness into 2, and you've been uploaded to a digital world to work. On your first day, you head into the office and you meet a giant face extended off of a mechanical arm. This is Mesa. And day in and day out, you spend time with her. And through doing rather esoteric captchas, you learn more about her as she learns more about you.
My name is Daniel Bolio. I'm an artist here at Sunset Visitor, and my background has mostly been in animation here in Vancouver. My first project in games was a game for the Nintendo Switch called Boreal Tenebrae. Animating Mesa is, we're approaching it in a unique way where we're trying to have this balance where there is enough complexity in the animation system so that she's able to hit all these poses and expressions and micro expressions that we want her to hit, but also have the system intuitive enough that the writers are able to control a lot of that animation from within their writing documents through text-based macros. And having them be able to suggest animations for her to do in the writing document is sort of imperative to how we want to make this game. Some interesting challenges for Mesa is just how big she is in frame. Like I've been finding that really like subtle micro expressions that usually you wouldn't be able to read on a character, they're all you need to convey an emotion on Messaface. She can be very serpentine, she can be very robotic, but she can also be very organic. So there's a lot of different ways that she can be animated, and a lot of different kind of modes that Messaface can hit.
Something is different about Messa. In the middle of the night, you catch her muttering to herself about a body. And not just any body, her body. She is certain that she has a body just like you, which is impossible. So, of course, you do not believe her until one day.
This next world premiere
No surpriso.
hails from Paris, France, from a developer who isn't afraid to peel away the layers of the humanity onion.
Video games. They should always be fun and lighthearted and designed to make us forget about all the worries in our lives, right? Right? Wrong. I'm Florent Morin from Excellent, and we are known for making
Fucking
video games
hell.
about the most depressing
That was
topics
definitely my fault because that happens again.
forced migrations, or grief, or child abuse. Also, we made one horseback riding game, but this one doesn't count. But why would we do that?
Video games can be escaped. They can
It's
also.
not just because we are a bunch of mean,
A lot of things, they're art
French
after all.
wannabe existentialists. Of course we are, but we also believe in the power of video games to tell stories that you will care deeply about. Stories we can't afford to ignore. So let me tell you about Ithaca. In this narrative road trip RPG, you play as Penelope, a 30-something environmental rights lawyer who spent the last decade trying to sue big polluting companies and failing miserably. Today, you hop in your car and decide to drive to a place called Ithaca, where you're supposed to meet with friends from the Earth Protection Association you just joined. A perfectly normal thing to do, except there's the boss of a big petroleum company tied up in your trunk. Ithaca starts as a game where you, the player, have to figure out what's going on. From the comfort of your vehicle, you'll be able to call and text Penelope's friends and family. You'll get to know her better as she pretends everything is normal. And as the story is moving forward, you'll gain experience points that will allow you to shape her personality. Depending on your skills, you will pass or fail checks that will open or close new narrative routes. You'll also be able to explore your own thoughts in search for answers about who you really are. Stop in service stations to meet with strangers. Investigate the interior of your car for clues that may have been planted there. Or call mysterious phone numbers to learn info that will shed a new light on the operation you're part of. And in the end, you'll be left with the most complicated question Penelope has ever faced. Will she go all the way and finish what she started? Or will the road change everything? We're not making Ithaca to give answers. We're making it because we're living through questions that feel increasingly hard to avoid. About power, about violence, about the world we live in and how far we're ready to go to defend it. About what still feels possible when nothing seems to work anymore. And we hope Ithaca will be one way to sit with those questions for a while. Carefully and comfortably. From inside a car that keeps moving forward. If that sounds interesting to you, we've just launched a Kickstarter and a Steam page, and we hope to release the game in late 2027. Also, you never know, there might still be a cute horseback riding minigame in there somewhere.
Ever since we first showed this next game, we've been eagerly anticipating its release.
Possible.
Well, have we got some news for you?
As I said, the character knows more.
I'm part of the dev team here at Radical
But I figure out the
We're
character.
working alongside the guys over at Crescent Moon Games to bring you Screenbound.
Kind of like board game. You know. Wait. No, this is the 2D, 3D.
Now, previously on Day of the Devs, Crescent Moon talked about how they initially came up with the idea for Screenbound and showed off some of the early mechanics. But today I wanted to talk about the narrative and show off some of the design choices we've made in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Really awesome.
So, for the narrative, you, the player, find yourself in the role of Pavi, on the hunt for her missing mother, Lova. Now, after finding a trans-dimensional device called a Q-Boy amongst their things, you are thrust into another dimension. With the assistance from a questionable guy named Wexler, your job is to traverse the Q realm and solve this land's puzzles in order to figure out what's been happening in this place, where your mother is, and how to bring her home. Design-wise, we've shown a lot of our first cartridges mechanics, where we pay homage to the side-scrolling games of old, trying to encapsulate that feeling of nostalgia and familiarity within the gameplay. Keeping mechanics like head stomping and momentum-based movement really makes you feel like you're playing a game from that era.
Is it?
Recently, though, we teased our second cartridge for the game, and this one we wanted to shake things up a little bit and change perspectives from a side-scrolling platform-type game to a top-down adventure game, reminiscent of the ones from the late 90s, with a whole host of new mechanics, enemies, and challenges. So keep an eye out for more in the coming months.
I like that transition.
We're happy to announce that the game Screenbound will be coming out for release across all platforms September 10th, 2026. But you don't have to wait till then. We actually have a demo going live right now on Steam. So grab your controllers and cast your minds back to a simpler time, because it's time to become Screenbound.
Oh. Oh.
This next game's been making the round at PAX and EVO, and we're excited to show the first gameplay footage. It's from Red Moon Workshop out of Austin, Texas. This is Shot 1 Fighters.
Hi, Day of the Devs. My name's SB over at Red Moon Workshop in Austin, Texas. Our team's been super hard at work on a brand new type of roguelite, with combat inspired by classic fighting games. So check out the trailer for Shot 1 Fighters.
What? Ah, okay, that, but... Oh, you got new combos. I got the new combos, new attacks. What, maybe? I play as the free. If the answer is no, I'm not interested. Open. Kick.
And that was a trailer for Shot 1 Fighters. Currently, you guys can wishlist the game on Steam, as well as follow our game on Kickstarter, which is coming very soon. Thank you guys for watching, and we really appreciate the opportunity to be on Day of the Devs.
Sonic 3 Happy Meals.
A shout out to our community and our fellow devs working tirelessly to make this game a reality. We cannot wait to show you guys what's coming next for Shot 1 Fighters.
Our next title is from Happy Broccoli Games, a small team based in Berlin who are most well known for bringing us the cozy mystery-solving Duck Detective series.
Oh.
Their new game offers a different type of mystery to solve, and it's a world premiere. People better watch out, because there's about to be an attempted murder around here. This is Apple Crumble.
All right, Grandma, here we are.
Oh.
Open the door! It's that prick, Ellen!
Hey, Jessatron! How's my favorite niece?
Hello, I'm Annika from Happy Broccoli Games. You may know us from our games such as Duck Detective, The Secret Salami.
I'm the Duck Detective. I'm here to investigate a case.
Detect.
It's the Salami Bandit! However, today, I'm very excited to be sharing with you an exclusive first glimpse of our newest title, Apple Crumble.
Great names.
The game is simple. It's your grandma's 84th birthday party, and one of your family members is trying to murder her. Could it be your stressed out mom, your midlife crisis uncle? Your younger sister Millie has been acting weird lately. Just ignore the weird man in your bedroom for now. We at Happy Broccoli Games are big fans of thriller narratives. We've been drawing inspiration from things like Agatha Christie, Knives Out, Mouthwashing, and many more. Reconnect with your dysfunctional family. Explore your childhood home and work out who you can trust before it's time for tea. Apple Crumble is a creepy, cozy walking sim. Rummage through your family's belongings and uncover the secrets they're hiding from you. Apple Crumble is a suspenseful interactive story and will be piping hot out of the oven later this year. We hope you enjoy Grandma's birthday, and remember, everyone is a suspect.
Wait, no. Always a grandma
Have you
on
ever tried a game where the main mode of interacting with the world is slapping stuff? Well, your dreams have been answered. Check out this world premiere of Turbo Button's new game, Slap Out of It.
Hi, I'm Nick from Turbo Button, and I'm excited to introduce you to Slap Out of It, our slap and solve adventure game coming to PC and console next year.
Our world is broken. But at Puzzle, we're putting it back together piece by piece. And we want you to join our family of on-demand experts to solve the problems of our paying customers with a personal touch. Think you have what it takes to be a puzzle-solving ninja? A rock star who's not afraid to get your hands dirty? A loner with no friends or family who'll come looking for you? Then reach out and become a Puzz Pal today, where you'll apply skills like personal tutor, junk removal, dry docking, commercial plumbing, tech support, caretaking, print-based marketing, whatever the hell this is. We'll slap out of it together.
Slap Out of It is an interactive comedy sandbox filled with silly puzzles inspired by classic point-and-click adventure games. You'll be tasked with exploring a very odd office building, where each floor is a gateway to another world filled with new characters to meet and strange secrets to discover. Slapping is how you interact with everything around you. And just about everything and everyone react to your slaps. You'll also find a bunch of useful items along the way that you can store in your trusty fanny pack. Some items have special uses, but of course, you can slap with every item as well. The more you slap, the more you learn about how the world works. But don't expect everyone to be happy about that.
Just stick a butt. Oh, God.
Our team is dedicated to interactive comedy and celebrating the art of
That is disgusting.
Up till now, we've been known for making a bunch of silly VR games, but Slap Out of It is our first time stepping away from VR entirely. It builds on some of our past work while exploring lots of new ideas, and it's all meticulously handcrafted to keep you thinking and laughing at the same time. We've spent years iterating, editing, and polishing. And we're so proud to say this is our dumbest game yet. We're also excited to be working with Ben Starr, who joins us now to share a little about what this project means to him.
I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want, but of course I'll do it.
Stop calling me. How did you get this number?
We'll have more news to share about Slap Out of It soon. Thanks for watching.
Please pretend that you'll buy the game by wishlisting now.
I do even better. I pretend to wishlist the game.
It's not very often we get to show you sequel, follow-up sort of things. This next one is from our buds over at
What a boy, fun
wishlist.
wishlist.
Cast.
Hello, I'm Gavin Price, studio head at Platonic Games. And I'm Chris Sutherland, programming lead. We're absolutely thrilled to be here to introduce you to the next chapter of our favorite buddy duo, Super Ukulele Cards.
What? The big question is, have any stupid character?
Ukulele are back, but this time they've traded the platforming for the starting grid. We're hitting the track in a unique style to give karting fans an experience like no other, one where above all, skill reigns supreme. With Super Ukulele Kart, we're building a racing game that rewards mastery of its many mechanics, tracks, items and perks. This isn't just a Sunday drive, it's a high-speed, high-skill, pixel-perfect racing showdown. Think of it as the definitive competitive karting adventure. It's just a touch more lizard and bat than your usual Grand Prix. At Platonic, our goal has always been to inject a bit of that classic fun and character-driven magic back into the industry. We might be a small team, but we've got a lot of history between us, and as huge karting fans ourselves, we can sense when sometimes things have drifted too far from much of what we believe made those experiences so fun in the first place. Super Ukulele Kart is quick to pick up, but for hardcore genre fans, we're one-upping everything you already know and love from the best karting games and ramping up the skill level even further, with new racing techniques, unleashing outrageous attacks on your opponents and gaining every advantage possible right up to the finish line. Not only that, we want you to be able to have your karting cake and eat it too. With Super Ukulele Kart, you'll be able to set up races with an unparalleled degree of customization and flexibility, guaranteeing endless ways to compete with your friends to whatever extremes you desire. We can't wait to see you on the track and test ourselves against you too. Thank you so much for letting us share Super Ukulele Kart with you today. We've been fine-tuning this one for a while, and it's a relief to finally have it out of the garage and into your hands. If you'd like to support us, please do head over to Steam to follow and wishlist the game. It truly makes a massive difference for us. We'll also be hosting a series of beta tests very soon, so do keep an eye out for how to sign up. We'd love your help in getting this across the finish line and making the game the definitive karting experience. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the starting grid. Can't wait to reveal more features soon.
All the way from Poland, we've got some news from the creators of The Invincible.
Yeah.
Hi, World Industries, the team behind Into the Fire. It's a cataclysm extraction survival game where you have to navigate ever-changing terrain, battle against fire and volcanic demons to find and rescue survivors. In order to truly capture the high-stakes pressure, obviously, and fire physics itself, we didn't just read the manuals. We took part in a fire safety training and participated in professional research sessions, and honestly, we are probably the most fire-ready team in the whole industry. You could say, in other words, that we truly know how to handle the heat.
It was supposed to be a quiet trip, but this place was already breaking.
Why did you stop moving?
Every time we go out there, the island takes a little more. More ground, more paths, more people. And the fire brought more than ash. The locals turned.
Oh.
The cults emerged. And the island fell apart. We bring back whoever we can. You make the call. Push further. I'm going in. Or turn back. Test run final. 30 seconds to RV.
Coming for you. Almost there.
So we keep going back into the fire.
Oh my god, not again. Alright, listen everyone, let's put our skills to the test. Evacuate!
Käytä teillä on popcorn. You guys are gonna finish this. Yep, still so good. Time for coffee. Yeah, I feel like joke like that.
This next game is
I honestly would have been disappointed if they didn't.
Puzzle platformers. That's right, folks. It's time for another.
Never been seen video game screen.
I don't know about you folks, but he's really trying my patience.
That's not funny.
Oh. Yes!
Once upon a time, in a distant corner of the kingdom,
I love drawing.
Stumbled into trouble and unknowingly bound their fate to the realm's greatest heroes.
Oh, more characters.
Who are you two?
Well,
They must have somehow
I will not stream this,
Are they trying to replace
but I will absolutely play this with my friends. We always do. It's just us three of idiots.
You don't need to convince us. The last thing we want is to be stuck with a trio of fossils. Here goes.
Hold on, everyone! Watch out!
Don't underestimate us.
Oh, they'd be like,
What's that? It's another magic beastie!
is there 5 or I think 5 characters? 2 new characters.
The more they traveled together, the clearer it became that the young siblings had been keeping secrets. Some of them much darker than the rest.
I shall see you soon.
Ah, 2 characters. Yeah. The 5th Trine game. Trine 6.
Put on your detective caps for our next title. Italian developer LKA is known
I'm
for
happy
their
about-
atmospheric,
I'm really happy.
driven games like Martha is Dead. Their third entry, When Sirens Fall Silent, looks like it's going to be an upgrade of everything they do best. I can't wait to dive into the mystery on this one. Check out When Sirens Fall Silent.
Hi, I'm Luca Darko. I'm the founder and artistic director of LKA Studios, a small 10-person company specialized in deep narrative-based psychological games.
Our first games were The Town of Light and Martha is Dead. When Sirens Fall Silent is our third title. We named this series Storie senza voce, voiceless stories, and through these stories we try to explore forgotten people, voiceless people. We aim to shine a light on their suffering because they deserve to be heard, and also because their stories are still sadly relevant in today's world.
Holy shit, what happened here? You hear that, kid?
I bet he's exaggerating.
Come on, let's get on with it.
When Sirens Fall Silent is a dark psychological thriller with horror undertones set in Italy in the early 1990s. The player takes on the role of Mila, a rookie police officer who is unexpectedly pulled into a major case triggered by the rampage of a serial killer. As the investigation unfolds, Mila becomes increasingly vulnerable, and the boundary between reality and supernatural grows even more blurred. We address many complex and controversial topics that we believe deserve more attention, like human trafficking, addictions, trauma, and misogyny.
That missing girl in the photo. Are we going to save her? It makes me nervous to think she's depending on us.
Yes. I'm sure we'll be the ones to find her. And you will become the new commissioner. Instead of that pathetic little man.
I don't know about that. You like to fantasize, huh?
Characters are at the core of When Silence Falls Silent story, and we are placing a strong focus on character interactions alongside a structured and rich gameplay experience, including branching dialogues, investigation mechanics, exploration, environmental puzzles, and some rather significant surprises.
The UV lamp has shown up large traces of blood. Why did that man bring me here? It must be an important clue.
Oh, that lagoon is cursed.
Based on previous choices, the protagonist's inner fragilities will gradually emerge and significantly change the way the game's story is experienced.
This is a huge evolution for us as a studio, and we really hope you can feel the passion we are putting in this game as we continue to push boundaries and stay true to the DNA that defines RKA games. Thank you very much for watching.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all our sponsors for making this possible. Thanks to all the developers for making and sharing their games with us. And thanks to you for watching. You can go wishlist these games. That really helps the developers. And I hope you enjoyed all the Electro Surprisos.
Right, so
that's the cool one, right? That's what we're going with.
Thank you to our generous sponsors, without whom Day of the Devs would not exist. Battler Games, 47 Communications, the Game Awards, Idea Xbox, Razer, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Summer Game Fest, Thunder Lotus, Unity, Wired Productions, and Xsolla.
If you don't know who Xsolla is, they love indie games and are building a brighter future for the industry we love. They connect all the tools, systems, payments, and web shops for the video games industry. Explore all the things you need to launch, grow, and win with Xsolla.
A super duper special thanks to our pals at Unity. Are you made with Unity? I am.
And a very special thanks to Dose One for all the beats and music in the show. And an extra special thank you to Jeff Keighley for continuing to shine a spotlight on indie games. Day of the Devs is a nonprofit organization that survives and thrives due to generous donations from sponsors, individuals, developers, and publishers. So if you are one of those people and you feel so inclined, we would gladly receive your donation at dayofthedevs.org.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, now I'm. Yeah, playing credits. But yeah, there were a couple games in all those. Okay, so as I said, there will be stuff I will be checking on my own. Check out, but I will not stream. Wholesome. That one. Last year, there's a lot of stuff I found. Right Parade one. Busy gaming show maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna check. Check out any of those events, and I recommend you. But yeah, but overall, both of these shows, there were 7 games, 3 of them that I already knew about, that I kind of interested in him. Oh, what the fuck did I say? And 8, there were a few that I'm like a little bit on the edge, like interesting might not be. But yeah, But yeah, but I'm gonna go. But yeah, a bunch of games. If there will be demo of those games, I must definitely checking those things. That'll be fun. But yeah. Hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going. So I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great what the fuck you doing. Not don't figure it out. And with that was terrible.